That's a lot. That's
Hey, let me ask y'all this, because I respect y'all's opinion. It's easy for me to get mad, but what do you say to Florida fans who say we don't have a quarterback? For me, you can't say that because you haven't seen these guys under Dan Mullen, and y'all guys seen Lane Kiffin, make nothing out of something with Blake Sims. Why can't Dan Mullen do it with Franks or Emory Jones?
Exactly.
Emory Jones is a freshman, though, right? Is Emory Jones a kid? He's a freshman, right? True freshman.
He's a true freshman. He's not going to play day one, but he'll have a package. You understand?
But you know what? Jalen Hurts was a true freshman, too. Look what
That's right.
You better believe it, man.
That's right.
And this is a different day.
Right.
This is a different day and age in college football. Everybody says it's never been done before. Well, two true freshmen never played in a national championship before till last year. I mean, it's got to happen once for it to happen again.
Exactly.
Damn, let the world turn.
With Florida fans, Lance, and especially with the rise of UGA. I know you don't like them, but you got to respect what they're doing.
I do.
Yeah.
I do respect them. And I understand if Florida don't do something in the next 2 years, it'll be too late. Dan Mullen ain't got 3 years. That's why it's very important that you put a product on the field that makes top talent in the country want to come play with you. You just can't go out there and win 8 or 9 games with a subpar quarterback. You got to sell the freshmen and give them hope. That's what I think. Because you can talk and recruit all you want. But sunshine and palm trees ain't selling for the Gators no more. We got to get back to playing football.
Yes. Smash mouth football. Get out there and just get in the mud deep down and just get at it. Make a hell of a game out of it, Lance. Make a game out of it. And just make the people not want to get up and leave early. Make them want to sit there to the very last second. The very last second that ticks on that clock. Not want to leave. Because the games are going to be that much mush mouth in the dirt, in your freaking face. I'm going to kick your butt.
Well,
that kind of a game, that's what I want to see.
Everybody knows the West has been the top division in the SEC the last 10 years. And Dan Mullen coached in the West. So he knows how to get a team physically ready for an SEC season. He did it with less talent.
Sure.
He's won with less talent before. So it ain't like he's going to have to pull a miracle worker to get Florida to 9 or 10 wins when your toughest games are Georgia, at FSU, and at Tennessee. I mean, you should be able to get.
That's right.
You should be able to get Tennessee, hopefully. I ain't going to sleep on it because you know it's a tough place to play. And, man, you got to beat Florida State sooner or later, if never. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Falling behind.
Tennessee is one of the toughest places to play.
It is. People don't get that.
Team too.
All my buddies.
Florida State's interesting, too, because people don't realize that common permanent out-of-conference game in state against Florida State. That's a tough.
It's a huge disadvantage. It's a huge disadvantage for the Gators, man. I mean, think about it 2 years ago. We played Florida State, and then we played Alabama, and both of them teams were like in the top 5. And, I mean, that's a tough road at the end of the schedule. I know South Carolina plays Clemson, but South Carolina ain't usually in the mix. I know everybody's high on them this year, but I don't know why.
Play them this year. They're good. Muschamp's really doing a nice job, in my opinion, down there. Where do you get South Carolina?
Do you remember when I said Gator fans will regret the day they fired Will Muschamp? They've regretted it so far. And what I tell you?
But where do you play them this year?
Florida. You got them at home.
Oh, so you get them at home.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage. That's what I say. The only road games we got in SEC are Tennessee and Mississippi State that I would call tough because Georgia's a neutral site.
Yeah.
What's your realistic opinion, Lance, on how many games is Florida going to win this year? What's your over-under?
I would put the over-under at 9. I know it's set at 7, but I would at least put it at 9 because I'm thinking.
I'm going to go about 10. I'm going to go 10 for Florida, no less.
Because I would say you might lose at Georgia. You might lose to Georgia, but all the other games to me are winnable. You get LSU at home. You go at Florida State. So let's say Georgia and Florida State you lose. You should win the rest.
Yeah.
And we don't know how good Florida State's going to be. They just lost a pretty good coach themselves.
Well, right. It's not set in stone that you'll lose at Georgia because if you have fought hard enough by the time you play Georgia and you're strong enough and you go in there and you play with your heart, Georgia is not unbeatable. They are tough as They're not unbeatable.
We beat Georgia 22 out of 27 years. I mean, the last 27 years, we beat them 22 times. I mean, we own Georgia for the most part. And mentally, we got that game. It's in Florida. I mean, it might be a neutral site, but it's still a home game for the Gators. And like you said, I don't think people understand how much Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel meant to this team, and you cannot make that up in the locker room, and you cannot replicate that on the field. They are going to be hurting.
No.
You can bring the quarterback back if you want. He wasn't a leader of that team, and you don't want to learn to be a leader in the SEC. That's a bad place to learn on the job, man. And they go at South Carolina, at LSU. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, one thing Kirby watched at Alabama, in fairness, the reloading at Alabama at the running back position. And I kind of would disagree with you, and this is against conventional wisdom. Everybody expects the same thing you do, Lance. But these kids that they have, Evander Holyfield's son, Swift, that kid Zeus they have coming in.
I'm not.
He may have been the number one.
Hey, Rich, hold on. I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about leadership. You can't replace that with talent. That's what I'm talking about. You know what that leadership means in that huddle, what it means in that locker room. Yeah. You cannot tell me Chubb and Michelle didn't carry them last year. Who's leading
No person.
That's all I'm saying. I know they got talent. We can talk about Swift, Samir White. I know them all.
UGA has a stable running backs that remind you of the Alabama program, how they relayed with running backs.
I agree.
These kids are good. These kids are good. They have, because believe me, Alabama has every one of them.
I'm not saying they don't have talent. I'm just saying, where do you get the leadership back? I know they got talent. We can go on and on. We can go on and on about the talent. Zamir White, Holyfield, son, whoever DeAndre Swift, who I thought last year was a key piece of their offense, getting them where they got. I said that after game one. I respect Georgia. I respect Kirby. I know what they're doing. I mean, it's serious down there. But I still know, and you know, you don't replace that kind of. Not saying they won't win 10 games or 9 or whatever. People think they'll win. I don't study Georgia. That ain't my. You know how it is. You worry about your own house. You worry about your own house.
Recruiting class ranked. What was Florida's recruiting class ranked?
Right now it's 13.
I'm not talking about for this upcoming year. I'm talking about last year.
16.
I can't remember.
16.
15.
16.
Something like that.
It was 16.
Yeah, UGA was number 1, and Alabama slid all the way to 6.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't got Florida ain't got 2 years. I mean, you got to get it done this year.
Right.
It's serious.
Lance, I got to tell you, as much as we respect your knowledge, and then we used to love calling you, listening to you on the show, what really has turned me and Phyliss on about you is the kind of father that we feel you've always been to your child, and how you coached her and all. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how she's doing in school, and how she's doing in softball? Because like I said, Phyliss has always talked about what a great father you are, and that means the world to her. And to me as well.
Well, I'll tell you.
How's your daughter?
I'll tell you, man, if there's one thing I love more than the Gators, it's my daughter. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you asking about her, because it's an honor. She's in there sleeping right now, and you know how it is. It's always nice to go in there and take a little peek and just see them laying there in peace, man, you know, just so angel. But, man, I'll tell you, I appreciate you asking about her. She's doing good in school. She's in 7th grade. She's 13. And, you know, I just got lucky, man. I got a good mom who watches her while I work during the summer, so it's really helped out. But being a single dad without a mother is, you know, it's harder now than it was because of her age. But, you know, the one thing I had to learn, you got to be a father with a mother's heart, and that can be tough at times.
Right.
But the only thing you need to be a good parent, I want people to understand is love. It's not difficult. All you need is love. So I ain't done nothing nobody can't do. Just open your heart to love.
Let me tell you something by experience, Lance. There is no love greater than what a daughter has for her daddy. And I'm speaking from experience. My dad died when I was 17. And
Lord.
I think my heart broke to me in pieces. The love I had for him, I can't even explain it. I loved my daddy so much. That's the kind of love a daughter has for her dad. And generally, on the other hand, the kind of love a son has for his mother. That's generally the way it works. But if more than likely a daddy's girl, and you have no idea how much love she probably has in her heart for you. And you being the good daddy that you are, you have no idea what that means to her. And it will carry her through life. And she will make sure that her husband and the father of her children treats her children like her daddy treated her.
Beautiful.
You're teaching her some very, very great lessons in life. And you keep loving that child, and believe me, she'll love you tenfold. There's nothing like a little girl's love for her daddy. And I'm saying that because I know. I've lived it.
That's a powerful story.
I've lived it to this day.
That was powerful. I really appreciate you sharing that with folks. I know that had to be hard for you to talk about, but that was really good, man. That's real talk with real people.
It's the truth.
Well,
it's
real talk with real people, and that's all I want on this show is the truth, you know, because that's all we are, man. It's real people talking about sports. It ain't life or death. It's just fun, man. And I really respect y'all and appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we wish you nothing but the best, and you know that I'll get Jack, I'll get Larry from Shelby, I'll phone Jerome, I'll get anybody you need. I'll answer.
Don't matter. Hey,
to come on and help you out.
Yeah, get on.
We're all behind you, Lance.
Yeah.
Because we love you. You're one of us. You're part of us. And we're there for you, buddy. We'll stand by you, I promise.
All right, man. Y'all give me
All you gotta do is let us know.
Y'all give it to me one time, man. Roll Tide. I'll let you do it on the Skater Show. And I'll let y'all get out of here. Give it to me one time, and I'll get y'all out of here.
Was a all.
Hey, bro. All right, Lance, I gotta heat up. I gotta go, brother. Love you, man. Hey, love you, Philly.
I love you, Phyliss. Love you, Phyliss. Love you, Rich. Go Gators. Oh, man, that's a special show, man. I really appreciate them doing that, man. Go Gators.